Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gloria and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today I wanted to go through all of the Veiny Hoyas and show you guys all the ones that are in my collection, which I have a few more than what I had previously. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my new videos. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So I have quite a few today. I think maybe like 8 or 9. And yeah, let's just jump right in. I'll start off with the biggest Hoya. So this one is a massive leaf Hoya, very veiny, kind of like a lighter green leaf with darker veining. Super beautiful. So just look at that. This one is very, like, honestly just stunning because it's such a big contrast and the leaves are huge, so you can really admire the venation on the leaves. Even on the back you can kind of see a little bit of the veining, but it's more so on the front, but in the light you can kind of see it on both sides. And I actually have 2 new leaves coming out right over here, so it's a little bit hard to see. Hoya leaves really come out super tiny, and then over time they kind of grow. Hopefully none of the new leaves fall off, because it tends to happen if you don't keep the plant watered well enough, or if the humidity is really low, which is kind of happening because we're in the middle of winter and it's Canada. So I can only keep my fingers crossed that it stays alive. Moving on, we have the Hoya elliptica, which is also one of my favorites. It's the turtle shell Hoya, and just look at the venation on these leaves. They obviously resemble turtle shells, so that's how it got its name, and just so amazing. I really like how the veining on this one is more like a whitish cream color versus the other Hoya that I just showed, which was the VITELLINOIDES. And this one is just a little bit different. The leaf shape is a little bit smaller. Also a really good Hoya if you want to add this to your collection and you're really into the veiny Hoyas. I really like this. I got this as cuttings unrooted from a friend, and I've rooted them all in leca, which they're honestly thriving. Just look at the root growth over here. There's so many roots, and it's just really happy. And I can't believe I have this Hoya, so this one is definitely a favorite. I see new leaves coming out, but they're honestly a little bit too small for me to show you right now. So when they actually form leaves, I will definitely keep you guys updated. Next, I'll show you this Hoya globulosa, which is a darker colored Hoya. So these ones, the veins aren't as obvious, but I think if I give this enough light, the leaves will get a little bit lighter and the veining will be more obvious. So right now it's a little bit hard to tell, but there's definitely veining. And if you look through the back, it's a little bit more obvious. So the backs are fuzzy and just absolutely stunning. There's no other words to describe it because it's just so amazing. I honestly think everyone needs this in their collection if they're into fuzziness and also veining on Hoyas. So it's just so nice. I really like this. I honestly can't believe I have this. A lot of these Hoyas, I can't believe I was lucky enough to get these, but this one was also from a trade. So it's good to have plant friends because that way you don't have to buy plants and you can just swap and everyone's happy and you don't have to spend money. Next up is this one, which is my Hoya HAINANENSIS, DANANG, Vietnam. So this one also has beautiful veining. This one is a slightly thinner leafed Hoya, and the veining is very, I would say, similar to CALLISTOPHYLLA, but a little bit darker. So the leaf shape is kind of pointy on the end versus like some of the other Hoyas I'll show you, which are more rounded, but also very nice. This one tends to kind of grow more like clusters. They'll grow like maybe like 4 or 5 leaves in a group, and then a long tendril, and then the next one is another cluster of leaves. But yeah, it's kind of like a weird growth habit. It's very hard to show you guys because some of the new leaves did fall off, so that's why you only see like 2 at a time. But generally they do grow in clusters and have this like super long tendril growing right now. Can't wait for new leaves to come out on that, but for now there are none. And it's just the plant itself. So I do see some roots, and yeah, this one seems to be happy. So next up I want to show you guys this one, which is my Hoya fungii. honestly, this one hasn't done much for me. It grew one leaf in the span of I think 6 months, and since then it decided to just stop. So it's a very slow grower in my opinion, but also has very beautiful veining. This one also has fuzzy backs like the globulosa, but the leaves are a lot rounder and the veining is a little bit more obvious from the front. The backs you can't see as much veining like the globulosa, but also very, very nice. I really enjoy this Hoya. All my Hoyas are currently in leca, so I'm trying to just like cup it so water doesn't spill everywhere, but I'm not really doing a good job. I really like this and I can't wait for it to grow more leaves because it's so slow. I don't know if it's just not happy with my conditions, but I'm trying here. We went through 5 Hoyas and I have 4 left. This one is my Hoya Sunrise, which I'm sure you guys would really enjoy because it could be sun stressed along with the veining. So this one is a small leaf Hoya, but also has very prominent veining, especially once it's sun stressed, and it has like this reddish like tinge to the leaves, which make it really, really nice. Honestly, my grow lights are so strong such that this actually sun stresses, but if it's just in normal like indirect light, it's pretty hard to sun stress Hoyas. I find they need quite strong sun, which we don't really get that in the winter in Canada, so I'm pretty happy I have these grow lights. They're linked down below if you guys are interested. But yeah, I really like this one. I don't generally like a lot of small leaf Hoyas, but the Hoya Sunrise is quite a favorite of mine right now. Another one is the Hoya POLYNEURA. So this is my POLYNEURA. It obviously looks very different from other people's POLYNEURAs because the leaves are a little bit smaller and the growth is just not very nice. I don't really know what I'm doing wrong with my POLYNEURA, but I have some new leaves growing right here, which they're honestly super cute right now, but I'm hoping it'll turn really fat as it starts growing because this Hoya has given me so much trouble. Ooh, I see some roots here. So, I mean, that's at least good. But yeah, this one is also a nice veiny Hoya. It has more like delicate veining, so it's not as prominent as something like the VITELLINOIDES, which has like more contrast in its veining and it's like thicker. So this one is more delicate, I find. So yeah, very, very nice Hoya still. So a little bit of a difficult grower, but honestly, not too mad about it. Second to last Hoya is my CALLISTOPHYLLA. So this one is, I think, the short leaf CALLISTOPHYLLA. So it has the very bright veining on the light colored leaves. And I have quite a few leaves here. So they're all kind of growing in a cluster, but it's currently rooting right now in leca because I rotted it when I transitioned it to the leca. Kind of towards the beginning when I was like experimenting and I didn't catch it fast enough, so all the roots rotted off, but I think it's slowly growing new roots because the leaves are feeling a little bit less flimsy than before. Honestly, it's really hard to tell, but I don't really want to take it out of its pot to check and disturb it, but for now it's an unrooted Hoya CALLISTOPHYLLA, but still very, very nice. If you like the very big contrast veins, this one is definitely one of the ones. So this one and the VITELLINOIDES are very light green color leaf with the dark veining, and it's like very obvious if you're looking for that. This one is a very subtle veining, so I don't know if it's just my plant, but this one is the Hoya FINLAYSONI Splash, and this one is supposed to be veiny. So I honestly don't really see many veins. Maybe this one I see a little bit of veining, but the other leaves are just very kind of splashy looking. So I don't know if it's just this variety, but I think the backs, you can kind of see a little bit more of the veining. This one is actually 2 separate plants in here, and it's the splash variety, so I guess there's less veining, but some of the other Finlaysonii are very, very like strong venation on the leaves, so I guess it depends on which type you get. I think I'm probably gonna go more towards like the veiny Hoyas versus the splashy Hoyas, because splashing is more just based on lighting conditions. If you give it very, very bright light, it will create more splash, but it also is based on the genetics of the plant, so it really depends. And I don't like that kind of uncertainty in a plant, so I like more just like veining. Every leaf is gonna have veins. So yeah, that pretty much concludes today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. And comment down below if you guys have a favorite Veiny Hoya that you want to share, and kind of give me ideas if I want more Veiny Hoyas in my life. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.